What is going on? I believe today is day 8. I am on my way to Tampa doing a filming gig for a client that I just signed on. That means Gabe is home alone. Like I mentioned before, having those right people around you, especially when you have the same goal, changes everything. The way that you act, the way you move, the way you speak, there's so much more energy. But I do have a little surprise for when I get to Tampa. A familiar face that a lot of you have not seen in a long time. I haven't seen it in a long time. Stay tuned. I got another 2 hours ahead of me. Just me, my thoughts, and some good 80s music.
It is day 8. Let's go. I think the best way to start every single morning with my favorite routine, and that is very simple, and that is going to be some backflipping. And we have a special guest this morning. Morgan's going to be backflipping with us. I don't know, something about the adrenaline when you do that backflip just gets you going. So let's get to it. Come on. Most important things, the value of reading. I think people dedicate their entire lives to put their lessons learned, like failures and experiences, in like 300 pages. I'm reading this book right now called 10x is easier than 2x. Guys, it talks about how going for crazy goals are actually easier than smaller goals. But when you set an impossible goal, it should literally feel impossible. And there's usually a lot fewer ways to achieve an impossible goal. Guys, immediately when you set an impossible goal like that, you end up asking yourself a question. What is the things that I'm doing right now that there's no way it'll get me to this 10x impossible goal? Most people end up cutting 80% of what they're already doing out. 10x is easier than 2x because it's less, not more. 2x is exhausting. It's overwhelming because all you're really 2x is trying to do is, okay, we want 2x the results, we're just gonna have to 2x the input. So guys, the reason why I'm reading this book is because it's absolutely changed my life, and I cut out the 80%, and it was hard, which led me to this thing I'm doing right now with you guys. Achieving a Ferrari in 120 days starting from scratch, and I'm going for the 10x. So this is the journey in detail. The biggest thing is we're finalizing on a partnership tomorrow already, and I just want to know this book so well. So I'm really gonna be reading today. Like, I want this to be authentic as possible. I don't want this to be like, oh, flashy, like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like, I want this to really be like what I'm gonna do to get there, and I don't want to put on a show for you guys. So today, we're reading. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived to our destination. Here's your surprise. Oh! Come on! The surprise is Jacob, bro. Let's go, baby!
So we're gonna get you in a day in the life of what's going on with my life and show you what the Yes Gen has done for me and allowed me to open up new avenues in my life. We're gonna show you what it's like, so come on.
Apparently I don't fit the part, so we're gonna hit a little transition with a little spin. Ready? 3, 2. Wait, do I go with it?
Nah, you just leave it.
Alrighty. Now I got to spend the day with Jacob, bro. Yes Gen member, and we're gonna have an amazing day. The best day ever, actually. Best day of our lives. Come on.
Thank you for your call.
Oh, you already got this one set up?
So that's what you're looking for? Have you ever heard of a CBO 100?
Something I'm doing right now. My phone broke. Left in the rain this morning by accident. Oh, this is not gonna be fun.
Finally back together. Everything that I learned from being in that house is carried on over back to Tampa and has helped me really understand what an opportunity looks like, because a lot of opportunities are hidden in disguise and you always got to be able to understand if it is the right opportunity for you. And I was able to find a really good one. All my boxes were checked off. I've used all of my skills that I learned from being with the group. I was able to, you know, capitalize on the gifts that God has gifted me with. I've been living each day to the absolute fullest. A new goal of mine is to go seek out uncomfortable situations, conversations, to go seek them and embrace them. When you're uncomfortable, that's what allows you to grow. Something I've been doing a lot of recently is asking questions and understanding how to ask the right questions. Because there's no such thing as a dumb question. You're dumb if you're not asking questions. So grateful to be able to be a part of that group. Still am. But obviously, you know, long distance relationship right now. But I'm just forever eternally grateful to really just have a paradigm shift in the way I think and allow me to see the true version of myself and what I can be, and just learn different parts of me that I never knew. One thing that Gabe really taught me is, like, you know, if you have an absolute burning desire, which he learned from Napoleon Hill, which I read almost every day, is if you have an absolute burning desire, there's really nothing else in this world that can stop you from getting to where you want to be in life, you know. That's what I've been up to.
I'm late for the Apple appointment. Ah! We're getting my phone today. They're giving me a discount on my phone. Whoa, what? 2 hours later. We are wrapping day 8. Wow, I am beat. Guys, not that productive of a day. But it is okay because everything happens for a reason. Phone broke today, was at the mall for a while, but tomorrow I just have some great feeling. It's gonna be the best day of our lives tomorrow. Ah, day 9, let's go. Listen to this very carefully. He talks about this property manager company. They manage properties. He talks about how they, in 2 years of being open, they had 50 properties they managed. They go, hey, listen, what's your goal for next year? And they go, oh, we want to get 100 properties under contract in the next year, which is great. It took them 2 years to get to 50. Next year, they get to 100. That's awesome. And they go, let's set an impossible goal. It'll be easier to hit. So they then set a goal for 2 months to hit 500 properties under contract. Over a 10x. And they brought it to the team, they told everyone, and they were like, let's go. So this property development company looks at everything they're doing throughout the day, and they go, well, A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, Z is not gonna get us there. And A, B, C, X, Y, and Z was literally 80% of what they were currently doing day to day, week to week, month to month. So they had to cut it out. Now that is a lot easier said than done because usually the 80% guys, there's an emotional attachment to it. Because a lot of stuff, it's like you've worked on it for a year, maybe a few years, and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna chop that off. All that work goes to nothing almost. It's emotional to let go of it. So they chopped 80% of what that they were doing, and guess what that did for that company? It allowed them to lift their heads up and start looking. Because their heads were buried in the 80% of stuff they were busy in. So they kept 20%, and now that the 80% of the time, they didn't act busy for ego purposes. They were literally just looking for ways and obsessing of ways of how to achieve that goal. Guys, within 2 months, guess how many properties they had under contract? 363. A lot better than their original goal in 2 months. Now the team was high-fiving, let's go, let's go, let's go. But then they get a call. It was from one of their biggest clients that they got during that 2 months. They had 150 properties that they allowed them to manage. The guy goes, hey, I'm having to bail out on the contract, so sorry. Half their revenue gone. They had to build a bigger team to be able to withstand all this growth, and they hired these 2 extra guys. They go to the 2 extra guys, they're like, hey, like, we can't keep you around. We can't afford you. We're losing money. So within 2 months, they all set a goal. We have to hit 500 properties. If not, we have to let you guys go. Within 2 months, guess how many properties they had under contract? 1,500. So guys, the point is they let go of the stuff that wasn't getting them there, and they started looking for the impossible.